Hello Milky friends, it is Milkstool here with you for another Idle Heroes video. How are you? I hope you are all extremely well. Today we're going to do a bit of a controversial video. As you know, I like to push the boundaries of my video. It's not a mainstream view that I always offer, or even indeed mainstream content. And today we're going to basically talk about account values, like monetary value, show me the cash type situation. So it's nice to know there's actually an active secondary market for Idle Heroes accounts. I'm almost certain that if the devs find out that you've sold your account, they'll ban your account because it's probably against the terms of service. And the simple reason why it's against the terms of service is simply because, from a revenue raising perspective, they obviously want someone to basically, if you sell a VIP 11 account, that means you didn't spend all this money to get to VIP 11. They would rather you spend all that money yourself rather than buy that privilege from someone and get to VIP 11, needing to spend 6,000-7,000, however much you need to spend to get there. And so when I stumbled across the website, I found with great interest some of the pricing that was on there. But before we actually get into the site, why don't you all take for a moment to guess how much my account is worth and put it in the comments below before you actually go to the forum yourself, or we look at this forum and look at the sort of price ranges people are getting for accounts. So just to give you a sense of, if you were to buy my account, here's what you'd be getting. Close to level 300, VIP 11, very close to VIP 12. It's about 12,000 gems. You're probably only going to get more. In terms of monsters, I have about 4, or close to 4, right? So the Sphinx is the last one. Well, not the last one, but it's my 4th project. 175 out of 180, nearly upgraded to level 60. All of the runes. I am on Celestial Island. I've done very well, I think, as maximized as you can get. I'm level 27 out of 30 for speed on that, and I have a bit of speed, at least level 10 on light. So in terms of the stuff that matters, it's there. On adventure, I am currently on a 9-star light dark hero quest, which is obviously the best one you can get, and I've actually opened up another route that gives me another 9-star light dark puppet, which again is the best route that you can get in terms of the rewards you get per day of adventure. If you don't know what I mean, look at my previous videos on best routes to take on Celestial Island when you go on an adventure. But those things are all, fine and dandy, and you actually shouldn't look at the VIP 11 status. I mean, that's nice when you're buying an account. The reality is you want to buy an account with like fairly up-to-date heroes and like good stuff in the bag in terms of artifacts. So in terms of heroes, it's not the latest set of heroes. So there's no Rogan. I am working on my Rogan. There is no Ignis. I don't really want an Ignis. And obviously there's no ticks, right? But in return, there are about 2,300 scrolls there just ready for you to go to pounce. And in addition, if you were to buy my account, not that I'm selling, so devs, if you're watching this, I'm not selling my account. I'm just saying, how much would it be worth? How much would people pay if they had all the money in the world and they were commercial about how much they were going to pay for this account? How much would you pay for my account? So there's 215 orbs. I am nearly done with my 3rd bond, so there's probably not more stuff you can get there. But in terms of heroes, it's more or less kind of up to date-ish. There's 2 carries. Unfortunately, there's 2 Taras. There's 2 Adas. There's Russell. So it's not the most up to date. It's not GDP level, but it's not the worst out there, right? It's fairly up to date. It's enough to get into the top 500 for Trial of the Champions and top 10 for Crystal Crown League on the server. In addition to that, you have membership to one of the best guilds, and arguably this in itself is worth thousands of dollars. So our guild, Megalodon, we are up there. We're going to win another Royal Amethyst frame. So we just got Royal Amethyst frames coming out of everywhere. If you care about Void, I've done pretty well. So on Void, no problems with Tower of Oblivion. We are already on 650 and on our journey there. On Sealand, we are also on our journey. We are 19 out of 20 on Forest. I just need Rogan updated and an updated artifact to get to 20. And once we get 20, we can dump everything to Fortress. We're on our way to building our Penny to E5, so that's going to be another complete. Dark and Light already complete. Abyss, that'll never happen. not Abyss. Shadow will never happen. Abyss, we're also on our way. So if you look at my heroes, we're basically on our way. So if you look at my forest lineup, I've basically got the lineup here to clear Seal Land 20. I'm on the cusp of clearing it. I'm just a couple of glittery artifacts short and maybe a 10-star E1, E2 Rogan short of actually clearing it. Once that's cleared, Elvia and Heartwatcher become food. And I'll probably dump into my Penny, who's E1 right now, and maybe upgrade my Sigmund, because I already have 2 Sherlocks, right? That's way more than what you need to clear Fortress Seal Land 20, right? And then after that, it's just flipping over to Abyss. And I think I already have the requisite ingredients here, right? I have my 9 and 10-star Cruz. I have 2 Delaciums. That Delacium is going to be E5. I've Cthugha. I have Anarchia. So effectively, I'm going to be one of the few that have cleared nearly all the Seal Lands, with the exception of Dark. I'm not probably going to clear Dark until the following year, until I rebuild Horus. And if you want to rebuild Horus, the reality is I have enough copies there. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Horus there. What's in the bag? So Horus, I've got another 4 copies there. So theoretically, you could rebuild Horus. So if you look at the goodies you're getting in the bag, it's not like a bunch of like shitty heroes. There's enough for 1.5 Mims, a couple of like 5 copies short of a Carry, 2 Faith Blades for Aspen Dungeon. So you're not being left high and dry in terms of what you're getting. So Aspen Dungeon, look, I'm going to get to 50. I'm on 34 right now. And if it increases the value, I'll get to Death 50. Where am I? I'm on 34. Meltstu, 34. I know what it takes to get to 50. And it's a bit of luck, to be honest. So that's what you're getting from the bag. And you're probably also then wondering, well, what do I get in terms of artifacts? There's a crown on that hero, Magic Stone Sword, the Radiant Augustus Magic Ball, another Augustus Magic Ball, a glittery Demon Bells. I actually have way too many Demon Bells. Antlers Cane, glittery Torch, Antlers Cane, Splendid Rui. That's not all. So that's just the shit that I've bothered to put on heroes. If you look at the other stuff, where are we going? Here's stuff I haven't put on heroes, right? So there's a couple more AMBs there. Not AMBs. Augustus. Not Augustus. Demon Bells. 2 dildos. Another Magic Stone Sword. So this is 2 cogs. One Christmas thingamabob. 2 runes power. These useless magic sources. I say they're useless because I've got 3 Demon Bells that I don't even use. Another magic source, 2 of these nails that one of which you need for Penny. So this is a good account. It's a decent account. There's enough there for someone to enjoy. It's not out of date, right? And that's the key thing to note. So in the comments right now, before you watch the rest of this video, how much do you think this account is worth and how much would you pay for it? It's just a thought experiment. I'm not actually selling my account, so don't PM me and ask me, well, Milks, are you serious? I'll buy your account for X dollars. Oh, the other thing to mention is obviously privilege card. You have another 279 days there, 237 days there, so it's not bad. You're getting a lot for this account, right? So don't fucking lowball it, guys. Oh, and in terms of skins, you got a couple of pretty good skins. I basically have all the limited ones, all the purple ones. I definitely have all the basic ones, and that's for certain. And so that's the other thing to consider. It's the skins. So now we go to the website, and let's just go through. So the website's called epicnpc.com. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't condone trading of accounts, but it's just interesting to see the kind of accounts that are on here and what's the going price. It's just nice to know that there's a secondary market for accounts. So we go to these accounts. Let's see. And let's look for the stuff that's sold, guys, not the stuff that's selling, because there's always a difference between like what people ask for and then what people actually get. So you can only really rely on accounts that have sold. So for example, this VIP6 account on server 46, I'm on server 32, but what are you getting? 6 E5 heroes. I've got like what? Way more E5 heroes. Like what's a row? 9, wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 17, call it, because Delacium's kind of there. At least 16 E5 heroes. So this guy's got 6 only, 1 E4 hero, VIP 6, pay to win artifacts, 5 Drake copies, 3 Sherlocks, $140, right? So my account, has to be worth at least $140. VIP 6, 4 million power, 6 E5s, in the second best guild. I'm in the best guild, so dude, that doesn't technically count. But let's look for a top end account, right? Because that's what we want. But that account sold for $140, right? Look, VIP 13. Here's a good one. $580 for a VIP 13. VIP 13 account, level 3 to 4, server 11, so a very early server. We got 70 days, monthly cards, blah 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 blah. $1,000 on the cards alone. Jesus, how much did you spend on the monthly cards? All right, let's see what we're getting. So VIP 13 is obviously very good. You needed to spend a lot to get there. And look, the stuff that you get, the incremental bonus that you get from being a higher VIP, it is worth. Look, there's value to it, right? So on a daily basis, at VIP 11, where are we going? VIP 11. This is the incremental bonus that you get as a senior privilege card holder or a monthly card holder, right? You get another 330 gems. You get in basically 5 free wishing coins a day and 3 shards. At VIP 13, what do you get? You get 400 gems. Oh, that's it. 400 gems and a bit more gold for the Hammer Midas. So the difference between VIP 11 and VIP 13, it's not that big. It's not that big. It's not big enough that it's worth worth a lot more money. But let's look at this guy's account. Let's see what you're actually getting. So how many E5s does he have? He's got the same number of E5s as basically I do. But you can see this guy's E5s. They're all out of date, right? Where are the latest heroes? This guy is like a Generation 2 player when Ada was like the shit. And he sort of made his way to Garuda. But then he never really made that transition to carry. And beyond. Because look at the heroes. Valk's out of date. Horus is out of date. You know, you can run a Mimcheese team. DA is out of date. Asmodel is out of date. So these are old heroes, guys. And I don't know why. What the fuck did he do there? He did 2 6-star. Oh, no. I thought they were Rogans. They're not Rogans. It's Catboy. So his E5, his lineup's out of date. And this guy sold his VIP 13 account for $580. So on that basis alone, I would say my account is worth at least $580. So if you guessed anything less than that, firstly, shame on you for lowballing my account. But secondly, if you're above that, well done. Let's keep going and let's see what the theoretical maximum my account should be worth. So let's see what else this guy's got. 75 days. And okay, what currency is that? North Korea? Or is that Norway? North Korean krona? No, not Norwegian krona. Apologies to my Nordic fans. So 75 days. I've got 200 days, right? So again, this guy, keep in mind, he sold it for $580 American dollars. So what else are you getting? His frames. And so I got a Black Friday frame. He's got a top 32 frame, fair enough, but I've got a Black Friday frame and I've got a Royal Amethyst frame. So that's the other thing to keep in mind. I mean, pets are pets, right? You're going to get it over time. It's to upgrade to pets you shouldn't pay for because it's a function of time, right? The more time you have, the higher the pets. And it doesn't even look like, you see, he spread his effort across 2 pets. He really should have finished the snake here, which he didn't. And this snake really is a mistake. He should have regressed it. What else have we got? Armor sets. Yeah. Everyone's got armor sets. That's not a biggie. We keep going. He's summoned out everything. There's nothing in his bag to summon. His artifacts aren't that great. There's no real pay-to-win artifacts here. Except, what? 1 Augustus, 2 Magic Stone Sword. So this is a dead account. He basically gave up. Played a little every now and then, but I think he went hard early, and now it's just not there. It's a dead account. He's got no glittery artifacts, no radiant artifacts. Yeah, I'm gonna stop going through that. So $580 for that account. Would you pay $580 for that account? Because obviously someone did. It was sold. So then if we look at some other high-end accounts, here's another VIP 11. No, that was the one that we saw. 178 level 4. So VIP 6 accounts, they look like they're going for about 60 to 80 bucks, which it's got to be a very early account, right? Not very early, as in it's got to be a very recent account for it to be level 6 that you want to buy, because you don't want to buy a VIP 6 account on a very early server, because that account is dead. Like, you cannot win anything. So top 50 server, 60 bucks. So but we're looking for old accounts. See, this Android 3, this is a mistake, right? Server 3, very early server, VIP 6, pay to win artifacts plus food, $65. That is a mistake. This guy has a very early account on server 3, and there is no way that he's in anything good on that server. This is a mistake. This is a not buy. Only because you're not going to be any good guilds on that server, and everything that's sort of tied to that server, instead of, like, for example, Crystal Crown League, you can never win Crystal Crown League on that server. I don't know why people. It's just a mistake to buy sort of VIP accounts, especially low VIP accounts on very early servers. You've missed out on all this progress. You're better off buying a VIP account, like a mid-level VIP account, on a very recent server, or recent enough so then you can enjoy that progress. So this is another sold one. Server 2, top guild, level 187, VIP 5. I mean, again, it's a waste. How much is he asking for? This is a terrible account. And the fact that someone bought it, man, oh man, I feel sorry for the guy that bought it. 36,000 gems. He doesn't say the price. I need the price. It's $150. Server 3 VIP 10. Let's see what he got. So this is a low price for a VIP 10. But if you look at the lineup, there's nothing special there. It's out of date. And this is, in many respects, buying a dead account is just as worse as buying just starting again. Because you kind of, like, $150. This account really, it's 3/10 of the way to nowhere. I mean, it gives, a bit of acceleration, but boy, oh boy. 150. So here's a good one. $900 this guy sold his account for. Amazing, right? So $900. What is he? VIP 13, server 3. What are you getting? So this guy's account, it's basically, I'm going to say he's got a lot of tires. 3 aiders. It's up there, right? 5 carries. 3 rooters, no Russells, right? So this guy probably dropped out around the time of anniversary in terms of spending and just building stuff. He's got a lot of food there. So this is a workable account. So for $900, I would argue my account, even though I don't have as many E5s, my account is as good as this one, right? Because if you converted all my 10 stars, I would argue it's there, right? Because, like, some of these heroes, they aren't that useful. What else has he got? So he's got a very decent lineup, very high VIP level. He's got a lot of scrolls. I'll give him that, right? So I'll give him those points. He's got a lot of profit orbs, so that's going for him. A lot of artifacts here. Let's look at his pay to win artifact situation. All right, what's in his bag? Russell. The other thing to mention is I also have 600 feathers in my account, so that totally counts as well, because that's options. All right, so he's got, his artifacts aren't that great compared to mine. There's 1 glittery antlers, 1 glittery cog, 1 glittery candy cane, and then no, he's got more down here. I apologize, I've missed it. So he's got 4 demon bells. He's got a pretty decent set of pay to win artifacts, right? So I'll give him that. So I would say my account is equivalent to this guy's account in terms of what you're getting. Okay, I have less E5 heroes. I've also have more universal crystal shards, by the way. But I would say he doesn't show a seal end, right? Because if you care about Void right now, right, then you absolutely care about, in terms of value, where they are in terms of Aspen Dungeon, where they are in terms of Tower of Oblivion, because this is all incremental bonus, and where they are in Seal Land. If you finish Seal Land, you finish Tower of Oblivion, you get to a certain level in Aspen Dungeon, these are all extra buffs to let you get your character level 3, is it 50 or 55, whatever it is, that you can enjoy that no one else can enjoy. And so he's got a decent lineup, but if he hasn't cleared those things that I've mentioned, then I would argue the account, in terms of being future-proofed, isn't quite there. So this account is very relevant for now, and to an extent, there's some future-proofing there in terms of the scrolls, the orbs, as well as the decent amount of pay-to-win artifacts that he has. But did he clear those different levels? So I would argue my account, at least $900. I know some of you saying, no, milk still, that's bullshit. That account is way better. Your account is worth somewhere between $900 and $500. So then let's maybe look at one more account, one more high-end account, because I see a lot of mid-tier accounts, but not a lot of high-end accounts. So, idle accounts, fast, one account available. Is it even a good account? PayPal, server, no, this is an early account, $55. That's not worth it. So then if we go VIP $800. Here we go. Server 2, 4 million power, level 361, $451. It's a high VIP level, but again, VIP level difference between 11 and 13. We just saw it wasn't big enough for it to matter. He's got 1499 heroic scrolls, less than me, less profit orbs. What's his heroes? So you see his seal land, it's not as good as mine. So his seal land, you got 20, 16, 11. I dare say he's only completed one, whereas I'm on the track to complete all of them except for Shadow. He doesn't show his hero. So 450, the fact that he sold it, I would argue, again, probably not as comparable to mine. This guy's got a lot of VIP accounts. So we just need to see one more high-end account. And I think then that'd be an accurate gauge of what my account is worth. I think my account is worth at least $1,000, maybe more. Especially if I can get to Aspen Dungeon 50 and I can clear those seal lands. I think that'll just make it even more worthwhile. Because then the sell is obviously to the next person that buys it. Look, you're in good shape for Void, right? There are a couple of Radiant artifacts here. There are a couple of glittery artifacts here. A decent amount of pay-to-win artifacts. You have a decent amount of feathers. You have, probably two, depending on when I sell it, a couple of 100 days worth of VIP cards. So, server 802. Where are the high-end accounts? Quitting for good. We can look at that. Jeez, there aren't a lot of sold accounts. I'll tell them that. There's a lot of selling accounts, but not a lot of sold accounts. And it might just be because people don't update their status here. So it's really hard to tell. Obviously, there aren't that many whales selling their account. Because now we're going back into 2019. That's a decent year ago, right? So if we go here... And I'd be curious to see if Android accounts are worth more than iOS accounts. I don't have the stats on it, but because they've segregated the servers, it's just a question of how much competition is there on one side versus the other side. So if we go VIP 13 level 3 million high-end account, the problem is now that we've gone too far back, they're obviously out of the meta. But let's look at this as a last sort of account, because I recognize that it's probably not fair to compare accounts that have been sold pre-anniversary now that I've thought about it and figured out why they got the guy's $980 account is not necessarily up there. It's probably because he sold it like just before Russell and Drake came out, and that's why at that particular point in time it probably was worth close to $1,000. But this guy's account, last account, VIP 11, almost 12, so am I, 4 million power, top guild, cheap, quitting for good. What are you getting? And so this was sold. He posted it so start of this year. A lot of pay-to-win artifacts, 2 pets maxed. What are we getting? I had 3 pets maxed, I think, at that point in time. So you're getting a Bell Ring, Demon Bell, Armivore. Why does he have 2 Armivores? TA is out of date. What else are we getting? 2 DAs, Asmodel. This is a very generation... This lineup is very generation 1. Where are his carries? I think Carry came out by then. He had no carries. Or he might have sold it before Carry came out. Ruda. No, there you go. There's Carry. So he obviously didn't participate in the Carry event. 130. It's cheap. It's cheap. 130 euros. So that's what, like 1.18, 150 American dollars. 150 American dollars. That's a bit of a steal, but to be honest, without more information, it's hard to tell whether or not that's worth any money. So, I mean, that's there's a secondary market for these accounts. They're not all selling, but if you've got quality, they are selling, right? People are buying them, especially this one, VIP 13. I think it's just very interesting. So I think, all being told, the two data points that we have, this $580 account as well as the $900 one that we saw, I think my account is worth somewhere between $500 and $1,000. I would argue my one is worth closer to $1,000. But yeah, it's just you won't know until you sort of dip your toes in the water, and hopefully that if I do want to eventually decide to sell my account, hopefully there's an active market. Anyway, that's the video. Hope you found that a bit of fun. It's not a conventional video. Have a great week ahead, guys. Thank you.